Hello, music fans. I want to give my quick first impressions of 6 albums that came out on Friday, April 1st. I'll go in my order of preference for them, but I've only listened to each of these once, and some of them are pretty close in quality, so hard to really rank them. But I think my favorite release from that day is from the band Flummox, and the album's called Re-Flummoxed. And this is like weird avant-garde progressive kind of stoner metal, and what a wacky musical journey this is. If you're a fan of the band Others by No One, I think you'll like this. I believe there's a band member in common between those two bands, and this is the first album I heard from them, but now I plan to go back and hear everything they've done. And then second interesting album that was released that day is Nekrogoblikon with their album The Fundamental Slimes and Humors. This is their 5th album. It's melodic death metal with folk metal and some comedy in there. This is really silly comedic music from this band that sings songs about goblins, but they have really excellent musicianship for a joke band, and they always keep me entertained and coming back for more. And my third favorite from April 1st would be Meshuggah with their album Immutable. And this is this extreme progressive groove metal that pioneers of djent. Possibly this is their best album yet for me, actually. I love how there's some variety on this album with some slow, clean parts. And there's a song that has some black metal vibes, but the majority of the songs still retain their signature sound with the polyrhythmic djent sounds. And my favorite tracks after one listen were the first 2 tracks, in particular the first track, Broken Cog. I love how it builds up, starts with just a rhythm and then dances around it. It has great whispering vocals near the beginning, and then by the end it's really heavy. Great song. My 4th favorite album from April 1st was from the band PUP, and it's called The Unraveling of PUP the Band. This is punk rock with some pop, hardcore, post-hardcore, emo influences. This is their 4th album. It's just a really cool punk rock album. It's one that I think even prog music fans could potentially like because they do time signature changes. It flows a little bit like a concept album, though I'm not 100% sure it is a concept album. It feels like there's recurring themes that come back. There's like a song that has multiple parts, and yeah, it's kind of interesting. And how many have I talked about so far? I talked about Flummox, Nekrogoblikon, Meshuggah, and PUP. So that's 4. Actually, I think I'm only going to talk about 5 today. My 5th favorite album from April 1st is from Pattern Seeking Animals. It's their album called Only Passing Through. This is progressive rock. Their 3rd album, it's a solid prog rock release. On first listen, I don't quite think it's as good as their last one, but it is pretty close. Now, all these albums are really great. They're all, probably in my top, they're all in my top 20, I think, of the year so far. Maybe they'll all make my end of year, or maybe, I don't know, there's been a lot of good releases. They might be in my top 25 of the year so far. Maybe they'll all make my end of year top 40 list. We'll see what the second part of the year has to bring. Until next time, peace out.